Hey guys, Uncle Ted here, your ice cream alchemist with ice cream every day, and this is blueberry lemon curd with coconut ice cream. It's amazing. Honestly, it is legit amazing, and I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna have my friend Suzanne Palmer give it a name because I made this for her. Suzanne, some of you might recognize the name. She is a well-known author, Hugo Award-winning writer, and she just had a novel come out. Now, when you launch a novel, it's like launching a baby. Not launching, but you know what I mean. And what happens is there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Launching a novel during an outbreak quarantine, a national or international pandemic, sucks. And yeah, I feel for the writers who are trying to get work out right now, because I know it hasn't been easy. But I thought, to cheer Suzanne up, I'd make some ice cream, because that's kind of what I do. I'm kind of a one-trick pony, so you having a bad day, I give you ice cream. Things happen at work, I give you ice cream. You get diagnosed with leprosy, I give you ice cream. It's what I do. So, I'm going to let Suzanne Palmer give this one a name. Her book just came out a couple days ago, and it is the follow-up to her first one, Finder, which was a huge success, and I can't wait to read this one. And I'm going to have links, obviously, in the comments below, so that you guys will be able to click on Amazon and her page and everything, and that way you'll be able to get this. But I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while. I've been doing life stuff, and when Suzanne's book came out, I thought, you know what, it's time to make some ice cream for her, because I keep telling her I'm going to make her ice cream, but we live like 1,500 miles away from each other, so it's not like I can get in the van and go see her. So I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna come up with a flavor, and I'll let her name it, and so it'll be Suzanne's ice cream, because yeah, everybody loves ice cream. But thank you, and you know what, all of you folks who have been sharing the links and commenting and subscribing, I appreciate it. And I hope you're able to show the same love to Suzanne, because right now there's some really good stuff coming out, and because of this stupid quarantine, people are missing out on it because they can't go to conventions and they can't go to these different places. Writers can't go on these book signing tours, and it's been a real mess for a lot of people. So I really hope that you guys get a chance, check out her book, because I promise you'll love it. And as for the ice cream, I've got the instructions on how to make it. It'll be a short video, because you guys already know how to make ice cream by now if you're regulars. But yeah, this stuff, oh my god, this is good. Oh yeah. I am an ice cream genius. Or savant. Or just fat. But thank you. And you know what? I hope you guys get Suzanne's book. So this is 18 ounces of blueberries. They were on sale, so I picked them up. And what I've done is I put them with a cup of smoked sugar. Now, a friend of mine, Nick, he cold smoked sugar on maple wood for 8 hours for me. It's got a great smoky aroma. The taste is very subtle, but it's the aroma that really stands out. And so I've been macerating these for about an hour. Well, maybe longer than that. But what I'm going to do here in a minute is I'm going to put them in a blender and get them all blended up. Smells like fresh blueberries to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk ingredients. And you guys have seen me do this before. It's relatively the same base, except, you know, what flavors I'm adding, and just going from there. So, as usual, I got 2 cups of heavy cream and 1 cup of whole milk. And then I've got 3/4 of a cup of our smoked sugar. Now, look at the color on that. That is not an issue with my color settings. The sugar that I have here, it was smoked for 8 hours on maple wood, so yeah, it does have some color to it. It smells wonderful. Oh boy, it smells so good. And then I have here 1/2 cup of the dry non-fat milk, because that really helps with moisture. And on top of that, I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of my guar gum. And I'm using 1 tablespoon of the Mexican vanilla blend. Yeah, that works pretty good for me. I like using that stuff. Plus, it's affordable. Like you guys know, I'm not rich. But now this is lemon curd. I have a video posted showing me how to make lemon curd. I just made this a couple hours ago. It's really easy to do. And so I'm going to have the link in the description for my recipe for making lemon curd. I suggest that you do. You know, check. Everybody should make lemon curd or lime curd, just because it's awesome and it's really easy to do. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use 1/2 cup of this, and then that is our blueberries, fresh blueberries that I macerated in sugar for a few hours, and then put in the blender a puree. And I'm going to use 1 cup of that. And then I'm also going to use 1/4 of a cup of cream of coconut. Now this is the sweet stuff. So it's got a lot of sugar in it, but it's got a wonderful coconut flavor. And so I'm going to be using that in this recipe as well. And really that's it. Nothing too fancy. Everything you can get around here. You know, yeah, that's about it. I keep saying this over and over again. If I can do it, you can do it. Because really, it's not that hard. And I love showing you guys how easy it is. Because I love hearing back from you people who say, hey, I tried your recipe and it worked for me. And I really loved it and I had a good time doing it. Because that's what this is all about. And you know what? If you're in quarantine and you're sick of it, make some ice cream. It is a wonderful family adventure. Trust me, it's an adventure. But you guys will enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and get this put together and get my base done. You know, I keep saying if you go slow, you get into trouble slow. And honestly, that's the truth with heating up dairy. But if you're comfortable, then let it fly. I mean, go ahead and turn it up to medium, you know, and get on with it. If that's what you're comfortable with, you know. And honestly, you've seen me do this 100 times in my different videos, so I'm not gonna, you know, take you by the hand and walk you through it. You know how to do this. You know, you heat up your dairy, you add your stuff, no big deal. But right now, I got the dairy heating up, and in a minute, when it starts to get above room temperature and that temperature starts climbing, then I'll add my sugar and my dry ingredients and all that good stuff. You know, this will be done in 10 minutes. Within 15, I'll have it in the fridge cooling off overnight. You know, one of the reasons I'm a fan of Suzanne's writing is the fact that she's funny. I mean, it's funny to read her work. I mean, she's a good writer, and she's always made me laugh. And honestly, I think that's something that has always been overlooked in science fiction. The science fiction genre has some incredible comedy. There have been some amazing writers who have done things that would just keep you laughing all night long. It's something I think that's been overlooked. And so, I grew up reading Donald E. Westlake, and then eventually, I was reading David Barry and all that. And so I grew up reading comedy. For me, that's what I read as a kid, was comedy. And even when I was going and reading Hunter S. Thompson, it was about comedy. I needed somebody to make me laugh. And so I always gravitate towards comedy writers. So when she announced that she had another novel coming out, I was down. Okay, so now that we got it off the heat, now we can add our vanilla. Don't add vanilla when it's on the heat, because it'll just cook off and then it's no good. Put our tablespoon in, get that a whirl. Oh yeah. Then we're going to add our lemon curd. Yeah, a little more. Yeah, that's good. We'll give that a whirl with our whisk. And then we add in a cup of our blueberries. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Splattering. It's alright. I won't melt. Then we whisk that in. And give that a good whisking. And then our like I said, we're going to use about 1/4 of a cup. God, I love this stuff. When I was a kid, my parents didn't realize how sweet and sugary that stuff was. And I used to sit down and just eat it. And then one day, my dad tasted it. He's like, "Dear God, this is straight sugar." I'm like, yeah. And they quit buying it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our base. That's it. If you want, you can put a spoon in, give it a little tasty taste. See how it works out. Oh, mother of God. That's some good. Oh, hell yeah. You know what? Suzanne's gonna love this. Bottom line, she's gonna love this. I mean, wow. That hits all the notes. That's some good stuff there. Oh yeah. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some plastic over it, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight. Tomorrow morning, I'll churn it. When it's time, just put it in the ice cream maker according to your manufacturer's instructions. Real simple.